Good morning, everyone. We are live in my own garden. Look at these. Can you believe these are still blooming? They are, it's wild. It's wild in here. Yes, for a good reason. It's because I haven't spent a lot of time out here. I've been running around doing, school stuff with the boys and, school and activities, and I feel like I feel like I say this every week. It's a little bit crazy in the wild ginger's home lately, and the garden is suffering for a little bit, but honestly, it's actually looking very lively. So yeah, I thought I'd bring you guys in here today. I love looking at these zinnias. Good morning, Hannah. Good morning, Ty. Yeah, so we are in my garden. Right now you're looking at the most beautiful corner of it, but the rest is looking a little bit haggard. We are really coming up to our last frost very quickly, and we're more unprepared than I thought we would be. The plan was to do cold frames for a lot of the cold hardy things like the broccoli and cabbages, roots, etc. I have a singular radish that made it through planting. I struggled with the roots this year. I talked about that in a different live. Yeah, glasses might be good. And the broccoli, I'm sitting right next to it. I'm gonna grab a leaf and show you guys. It looks like it has dandruff. It looks like it has dandruff, but really it's yeah, covered in these aphids. And so I don't think I'm even gonna worry about covering them and trying to keep them over the winter, because it would just harbor all the pests. So the plan is this weekend to get all of the tomatoes, peppers, pumpkins, whatever is like providing fruit that's gonna be tough to keep in frost. Zucchinis, we're gonna pull all of that up, and it's an airplane. We're gonna take all of that up, and I actually got a really good idea from a friend today. She said to chop my nightshade plants and whatever else might have like baby fruits on them that just need to be ripened, chop them and hang them upside down. So I might do that in the garage if I can find the space for it, so that the tomatoes and stuff can really ripen well. I know there's a trick with a paper bag, and I experimented with that earlier this summer, but it took a large number of weeks for that tomato that I stuck in a paper bag to actually ripen. What do you suggest using in lieu of straw to cover over garlic buds? Oh shoot, where'd it go? Oh dang it, come on. Hang on, Hannah. There it is. Wheat straw isn't too expensive. If you can get a hold of like bluegrass hay, or even like your lawn clippings would work, or like a light compost would probably work to cover over your garlic. I'm planting, actually I have a box from Annie's Heirloom that I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit, but I would do like a grass clippings maybe, or something that you're not allergic to. I know that bluegrass is pretty inexpensive, bluegrass hay, because some of our friends that are big ag farmers grow bluegrass seed like for golf courses and stuff, and then they sell like just huge bales of it for like $40. It's super cheap. But if you're not allergic to it, that might be a good option. Anyway, so what was I saying? The tomatoes and tomatillos and stuff, those might end up getting hung in the garage to ripen. The paper bag trick didn't really work. It ripened, I felt like it ripened slower than it normally would have in a brown paper bag. So that's the route I'm gonna try for now. I still have mustard seed, and it's looking again very similar to how the broccoli looks, covered in aphids. But I'm gonna try my best to get some of the seed out of it. If not, it may just end up being chicken food for the winter. What else do I have in here? I have some sunflowers that need to come up, but we still have cherry tomatoes coming on too. But let's see, the furthest out, I think it was next Monday on our forecast, said the low at night was 39. So we're watching that 10-day forecast to see when the frost comes and try and be prepared. So I'm thinking either this week or this weekend or next, we'll probably take all those. I mean, they're loaded with fruit, but it's all green. And I think we might actually also take some of those green tomatoes and pickle them, because my mother-in-law has a good green tomato pickling recipe that she wants to send me and have me try. So that would be yummy, and I would absolutely eat pickled green tomatoes. It sounds delicious. Sunflowers at the farmer market. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed this year in my sunflowers out at the front of the yard. I planted previously some like really dark sunflowers, and I didn't see any of them come up, so that was kind of a bummer. Maybe next year we'll get better sunflowers. But okay, I'm gonna show you guys my box from Annie's. I ordered this like forever ago, knowing that I needed to get on it, otherwise I'd miss it. So this is garlic, if you maybe haven't guessed already. And we just got the sampler of the hard-necked garlic. This is little instructions that come with it. Mulch it. It says 6 inches apart, bury with an inch of soil, and then 3 to 6 inches of mulch, which is so it doesn't rot. But I wanted to show them to you because I think they're beautiful. And yeah, if you haven't been gardening for very long and don't know this yet, if you plan on planting garlic, you want to order it like August or September if you can, and then they mail it out later and it gets to you. This came this week and it's middle October already. So yeah, let's see what we've got here. We got we got hard-necked garlic, which is appropriate for our growing zone over here in the north. These are Georgian Fire. When you choose garlic, you want to just do a quick Google search first to see what kind you should order. There are different varieties within the hard and soft-necked families of garlic. So we got hard-necked because they tend to do better. So what I'll do when I get ready to plant these is I'll separate these out like you would when you were cooking dinner and plant them instead. And I'll plant them like skinny side up, right? Pointy side up. Oh, these are a lot smaller. What are these? These are called... I can get to them. Music. These are much smaller, but I've heard that the smaller varieties of garlic, look at the difference between those. I've heard that the smaller varieties of garlic are a little bit stronger. Like elephant garlic, which is like the huge cloves, they taste more like an onion than garlic because they're not so potent. So maybe we will be able to have some good Ooh, yummy. Frittatas. These are the ones I was really excited about because they're super purpley and really just beautiful, you know, all the beautiful things. These are called, we'll see if I can say it correctly, Pahosky. That wasn't too bad. Pahosky purple. And they're another little bit like medium size. Look at those beautiful purple stripes in there. Isn't that just gorgeous? So pretty. I'm gonna pick a clove off so we can see the inside. Yeah. Yellowish. I don't even really care how they taste because they're pretty. But yeah, when you plant them, like this part came off the bottom of the bulb right here. That's what you plant down because that's where the roots will come out of, and then up at the top is where it looks like an onion stalk when it comes up out of the ground. So we'll plant these. It's just like when you would plant like a tulip or a daffodil. You plant them in October so they can, you know, freeze over the winter, and it causes them to bulb up a lot better. These are really pretty. These are really stripy. These are called Chesnock Red, and these are popular, I know, within the homesteading community. Look at those stripies. So pretty. Yeah, so you plant them in the fall and they come up early in the spring, and they look a lot like onions. I'm saying all of these things out of my research mind, not that I've actually experienced it. I'm excited to do it for the first time. But from what I've studied, that's how it works. In the fall, comes up in the spring. You can plant them later in the fall, but it's best to do it like right as the weather is turning, and boy, is it turning here. Oh, we can eat, yeah, we can eat these, but I'd like more to eat than just this. I'm not sure what month I'll harvest these. Probably when they put out scapes. I think hardnuts are the ones that put out the little flower, the little seed pod flower heads when they're ready to be harvested. And they'll start dying back when you know, and that'll tell you when to harvest them. But yeah, there's my garlic for the fall. And I wanted to show you guys too. I know I didn't post my Mexican sunflower photo last week because the usual excuse, life is crazy right now. So I'm gonna take you over there, and you'll get a little view of the disaster that is the garden at the moment. Okay. So this thing, I had to move my little sitting table over here to the corner because this thing just, and look at how tall. It's taller than those original sunflowers. Dogs are going wild. There's one that's just opening. And let's find one that is open. They're just so pretty. Look at that. Aren't those gorgeous? So pretty. So they're just kind of scattered all around, and thankfully I have a few flowers that are wilting and should maybe be dried up by the time frost comes. And so it might reseed itself around this area, which I wouldn't mind at all. But I don't think I will ever again plant it inside one of the raised beds because just look at that wild, I mean, it goes clear over to where the tomatoes are. You just can hardly even get in here because of the thing. Yeah. And then we've got our Also infested with aphids. Where were they that I saw just now? Also infested with aphids. Mustard. We're going to try and save the seeds from this, but I don't know if it will be possible. And I'll show you guys over here. I wonder if there's tomatoes. So this is the, I think it was a San Marzano that I never actually pulled, and it actually has given me a few tomatoes, but you can see how neglected it's been. It has so many suckers on it that it just doesn't even matter now. And here's the tomatoes. Ton, right, oops, I pulled one. There's a ton on that one. Still tons of tomatillos, as you can see. This is full. The cherry tomatoes, man, I mean, people weren't lying when they said they were really fruitful, and they have been. Look at all those. So we have some tomatoes to come out and collect. Here's some blueberries. Aren't they pretty? They're so dark. And I don't know, those are not quite ready yet. And there's a bunch down here too. These are jelly bean tomatoes. But where did I get the seed bags? Which seed bags? Would it be, let me turn this around. The seed bags like the blossom bags, or the bags for the garlic? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that would be. Now, I did want to show you guys. So I came out here in the morning a few days ago and could not believe my ears when I heard a cock crowing. And at first I was like, no way. There can't be a rooster in my flock. But upon closer inspection, I found spurs on one of my Americanas, which really makes me mad because I was so excited to have a whole 3 Americana hens, and the chicken has been doing it consistently every morning, especially when we come out to feed. And we haven't been getting eggs, and I wonder if that might have anything to do with maybe having a rooster in the chicken coop. Sorry, I'm trying to get in the chicken coop. Okay. The blossom bags, they are party favor bags. They're like little 3 by 5. That sounds big. 3 by 5-ish, I think. Small, like little jewelry or party favor bags is what I searched for and what I ended up with. I'm gonna see if I can find this chicken. There it is. So, I mean, I don't know if she's that one right there. He got a big tail, and they just finished molting. You can see how haggard, but there's spurs on the feet down there. I don't think I'll be able to get you close enough. And yes, this is the culprit of the cock-a-doodle-doo, and I have my suspicions about Hero here, though I mean, the comb is not red yet. It's still very white. I don't see any spurs, and the tail is not, you know, doing the fountain thing. But our other Americana, where is she? We have a black and white Americana, and she's fluffy like the other hens. And Yeah. So, no eggs. Yeah, I know. It looks like a rooster. I'm in denial. But look. And just buzzes around and very bossy with the other chickens, too. So, and those two, Hero and Eden is the brown one's name. They pick on each other and they pick on the other hens. I'm really disappointed to only now have one Americana, but I guess we can try again next year. Oh, there she is. There's the other Americana. So this black and white one in the corner is also an Americana. And she looks much more like a hen. Hi, chickens. Chickens. She looks much more henny. Like she's got the big bosoms and the fluffy backside, and yeah. Yeah, so we may only be getting one blue or green or pink egg here and there. And oh well, we'll try again next year. And so if you want us to raise some chicks for you next year, let us know and we will grab you a handful from the feed store. I'm gonna set this down while I close my gate. I'm not quite ready for loose chickens yet. So yeah, that's the status of things here. I have to say it will feel nice to come out and just kind of blank slate the garden for the fall, and come back to it next year. I do hope to do a better job next fall of actually succeeding at a winter garden, and I think a lot of that may come down to doing a good spring garden too, because a lot of the crops are the same. So it will be good. It will be good to take a little break, as sad as it is. I hate to see all the plants dying, and it just feels gloomy out here when the garden is closed down for the winter. And yeah. Anyways, eat him. Yeah, we should eat him, but he's not very big. He's really scrawny. And Woody, I haven't told Woody yet. We'll see what he says. But it was confirmed when I saw those spurs growing out of his feet. Eden. They're all lined up on the fence now, like, hey, didn't you have food for us? They're all up on the fence. Over there on the fence. Hey, come back, feed us. Yeah, so I may hop on and do a couple more lives in the garden just to show you guys how it looks as we kind of close it down. But I think I'd like to focus on some content about, well, preserving our food. We're about to have a huge influx of food into the house that we're going to need to take care of. But also recipes. I'm kind of going to start spotlighting Woody, though he doesn't know it yet, because he really is the genius in the kitchen. He bakes everything and he loves to cook, and so while we're processing some of that food that comes through, we'll probably try and get some filming done while he's in the kitchen on the weekends doing that kind of stuff. But anyways, it remains to be seen. We'll see how it pans out and if we have time for it on the weekends. I mean, he's gonna be doing it anyways. I just have to be diligent about cracking out the camera. But all right, thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys, from my own home garden, and we'll catch you next week at 9 a.m. live on YouTube. Live simply. Oh, where's that?